Good evening. This evening I'm going to quickly cover COS2614 2022 Assessment 3 Question 1 UML diagrams. I'm only going to be covering the main file. I've been given some information from somebody and they've asked me to please include it and show them how I would include it. Okay, so this is going to be a follow-on from my previous series of videos, and the first thing that we need to do is always remember to include our header files. So I'm going to include, if we have a look here, we've got quite a bit of headers, but I'm only going to firstly include the account list. Okay, so I go hash include and I say account list. Okay, .h, yeah, that's the one. Okay, the next include is we want our savings, so hashtag include and we go to savings, and then another one we want to include is our check account. Include check, and then finally but not least we want to include the Q text stream. So Q text stream. Alright, so now we've got our plain definition. Because it's a command prompt thing, I'm going to take this a exec out and I'm going to put it as returning 0, and then yeah, we can also define our Q text stream over here. So we're going to put it as Q text stream, and we want to put it as our C out and std out. Now this is what command you would use if you were just using the Qt6 version. I'm using version 5, so I want to go even further, and I'm going to say QIO device, and I'm going to tell it to write only. Okay, and then from here what we want to do is we want to define some customers. So customers that we've got here, we're going to say customer class, and we're going to call the first one customer 1, and the first person's name is Nokulunga Mbata. Okay, and we're going to enter there. If we look at the customers table, we've got our name and we've got our ID. So we're going to just come up with a fake ID. So I'm just going to create a generic ID, and the generic ID is going to be 98829. Okay. Then all we're going to do is create 4 customers like this. So we're busy doing 4 customers. So I'm just going to duplicate this, and we're saying customer 2, and the customer 2 we're going to give a different name. We're going to give it as Mary van Zale. Mary Zale. And her ID, we're going to just change that to 212121. Okay. Then we want to put another customer, and we're going to give that customer 3, and we want to call that one Jack the Vet. And that one we're just going to go use random numbers. And finally a 4th customer. We want to use a 4th customer, and we're going to call that Sishle. debit, and we'll just carry on. 5. So I might just take an extra 1 out of that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is define an account. So we're going to specify our account class, and we're going to then use this and say new, and we want to create a savings account. Okay, and we're putting it as 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to assign this to customer 1. Okay, and then we can just do the same. We're going to create 4 of these, so I'm just going to copy them. Okay, this one's going to be account 2. We want to create a check account, and we're going to create this as 2468 customer 2, and with this we're going to pass them a deposit value, and that deposit amount is going to be 200. Okay, then we're going to account number 3, and we're happy to have it as a savings. I'm going to give that as 5678 customer 3. Then we're going to give a 4th account, and this one we want to check, and we're assigning it to customer 4, and we're putting in 150. Okay, so now we want to perform transactions on these accounts, and so we're going to first perform a transaction on account 1. So we'll go here and say account 1, and we want to do a deposit, and the amount we want to deposit is 230. Okay, then we want to say account 2. Even though we've already deposited, we're going to still top it up with cash and the deposit 100 Rand. Okay, then account 3, I also want to deposit, and we're going to deposit 500. Okay, then account 4, we want to deposit, and we want to deposit 400. Okay, then on top of the deposits we want to now perform withdrawal transactions. So we can say withdraw amount, and we're going to say from account 1, and we would like to draw 10 Rand from that. Okay, and we can create more of these withdrawals. I'm going to say account 2, I want to say 15 Rand, account 3, we want 15, account 4, we going to draw out 200. Okay, then we're going to add these to our account list. We're going to add the account, and we want to add account 1 to our account list. So we're going to do 4 of these. Okay, so I can see already this withdrawal is not going to work over here because it hasn't been defined. So I'm going to actually just take these out, and let's see if this code will execute. Num accounts not defined, and accounts display accounts not defined. Okay, so the only thing that's missing is to define an int over here, and then when I click on run, let's go save all because we wanted to make a change, and I get a list of all the account holders. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful and informative with regards to the main file, and all the best with COS2614. Thank you. Goodbye.